Hello children, how are you all? Children, hope you are keeping well and taking care of yourself and also studying well, because first week of December we will start with our third UT. So children, today I will take chapter 7A, 7C children from your geography book and the study case. And children, I have already explained you Arctic Circle that we have done in the last video I have sent. Now children, this is a revision work. We have already completed our syllabus, but I am sending you this video just to help you to understand the chapter well. Now children, in your exam you have to learn this learning term which is given. That also you have to learn. Now children, the most important topic in this chapter is your cocoa cultivation. You can see picture in your book at the side of side of the page. They have given you, it looks like papaya, isn't it? But it is a cocoa fruit. And children, here now you must be thinking what is cocoa, how people eat, what is the use of cocoa. So children, every bar of chocolate that you eat is made up of cocoa. So cocoa is very important and it grows in a pod. Pod means like green peas, matar, that is grown in a pod, and then you have to open a pod and the seeds you eat. In the same way, cocoa is also found, the seed of cocoa which is eaten or used as turned into cocoa powder and then used into chocolate and confectionery. This also grows in pod. Now children, this tree is evergreen. Every time it is green all the years round, and evergreen tree that produces seed called cocoa or cocoa beans, like coffee beans. In the same way, cocoa beans. Its most important is the basic ingredients in modern confectionery. Now confectionery is a place where you get all cake, pastries, pizzas and everything, these chocolates and all that you get in cake confectionery or bakery. And children, this is found in it is commercial crop of equatorial region and in the area bordering the Gulf of Guyana. This is grown extensively, grows in this. And children, this is labor intensive also. This is labor intensive. Now this is very important part of your chapter. Cocoa trees grows at the height of 4.5 meter, tall trees, and it has a large long leaves and pink or yellow flowers. Now the one more important thing about this is that children, often when you see the flower, you see that the flowers grow on the branch of the tree, but here the flowers grow directly on the trunk. In normally what you see that branches grow in the trunk and then on that branches flower grows. But here in cocoa trees, flowers go directly on the trunk, and when the flowers die, it leaves a yellow cucumber shaped fruit that I have told you, or cocoa pod, which contains about 30 seeds. When I was talking about pea pod, matar ki phali, in that you get almost 4, 5 or sometimes 6 seeds. But here this cocoa pod is very big and you get 30 seeds. These flattened seeds vary in color from light brown to purple. They are generally about 2.5 centimeter in diameter. Then cocoa beans are also the source of cocoa butter that is used in candle, medicine and tanning lotion. So children, you see that cocoa is very important. Now geographical features. What geographical requirement of this tree is that rainfall required is between 200 meter to 350 centimeter, that is ideal, and the plant is well suited to the hot wet equatorial lowland and is around within 5 degree north to 5 degrees south of equator. Now children, when I talk about this, the most important or the most peculiar thing about this plant is that children, it grows in a shady area. Now the plant is highly sensitive to the direct sunlight. If direct sunlight, which can be very hot, is very harmful for the plant, cocoa plant. So it must be protected from direct sun heat. And when they are small children, they are protected by growing banana trees along with cocoa plants. So banana trees grow high before cocoa plant, and banana plants protect these cocoa plants from the direct sunlight. So they give shade and protect this plant from direct sunlight and also from strong wind, which is also harmful for cocoa plant. Now children, labor. And as I have already told you that this crop is also very labor intensive. Many labors are needed at the time of harvesting season. And because children, why more labor are needed? Because first of all, they have to cut down the pod. They have to separate the pod from the trees. Then they have to split open them. Then fermenting, dyeing and sacking the beans all require a lot of manual work. Means labor or man is used. Now during the harvesting period, when the crop is ready and it is time to harvest, children, what happens? Whole family, farmers along with his whole family come early in the morning in the field to start working on cocoa. Now children, sometimes what happens that even the family members are less. They have to call other farmers or trained people and they pay them to get their help. Now children, that is why this plant is very labor intensive. Now planting, how planting is done. Now to start a new cocoa farm, the farmer has to clean all the undergrowth, means all the wild weeds or grasses which is not needed. It has to be removed from the ground forest, and the area has to make very plain without any other plants. So everything has to be removed and the place has to be made suitable, and the trees which will provide the shade to the cocoa plant are planted. The cocoa itself is grown from seedling raised like children. When you talk about rice, seedling, first it is planted in the nursery. When it grows into few centimeter, sapling is grown in water-fed ground field. In the same way with cocoa, it is sometimes the seedling is raised in the nursery, and when it is it grows to 5 centimeter up to 5 centimeter, then it transplanted to in the field, and the plants are planted keeping the distance of 3 to 4 meters apart. Means once one plant is planted, then after 3 or 4 meter gap is given, and then another plant is grown. The planters grow shady trees in between these two plants, so that again the same thing, to protect them from direct sunlight and the shade. The most commonly grown type of cocoa may give first small yield, very small yield after 5 years. So it needs 5 years to mature. Though before also it can give plant, and it depends on the condition, farming condition and farming method. If farming condition is suitable, it may give the yield in 2-3 years also. But that also depend, I told you, as a condition and farming method. So children, here we have done with cocoa tree. Remaining part of the this chapter I will do in the class also. I will do first, and then I will send you the video. Children, once again I want to remind you that as we are going with this this very few days are left for your exam, third UT, go through the chapter very well and do well your exams. Thank you children. Have a good day.